Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air, it's Jennings. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Nice move to keep running. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's the handoff. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Washington.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up, next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Irish.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Trying play action. Here comes the heat. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Bringing it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He's got the back in the middle. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And a great job on the QB, finding the running back, get in the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. They're setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he added the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Run out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The return team flipping the field. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to try to get it himself. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. More importantly, we have an early barn burner here. Both teams firing on all cylinders, as our stats will show you. These defenses were reeling in the first quarter. See if they can get their sea legs in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks up the first down. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
Flushed out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just so smooth along the sideline to drag that toe and get the completion. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on third down. Might be changing the route. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Bought a little time, lets it go. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana Monroe is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Louisiana. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out of the 20.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. To the ground from the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. There's the pressure. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Now, 4th down.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Complete out of the backfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the 1st.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. And he tries to wedge his way into the end zone, but the defense stands tall. No, they didn't. They got low and stopped him from making it in. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. Trying to pound it in. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Looking to pass. It's Jennings. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Unleashes one. He makes a catch. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock, hit stop, and making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To throw, it's Jennings. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. On the move, he fires. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense trying to take it back. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll return it. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On target over the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Appalachian State is ahead in this one, and we've seen this program pull off some incredible wins over the years, but they're not there yet. They're up by 4 over Coastal Carolina. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Good timing on the quick out. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking deep. Grabs it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Quick pass on the jet motion. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top. Looking left. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
He'll do it himself. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. You You can have an explosive all-purpose back, but this Irish line performing the way the great Aaron Taylor did back in the day to give them time for these big plays.
Yeah, and you could go down the list and name so many great offensive linemen at Notre Dame. Year after year, they put guys in the NFL, and they build a brand of physicality and make holes for guys like this, and that's why he's putting up so many big numbers. He's got a great group of big boys up front paving the way.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Slithers into space. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Working that wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Offense changing the play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. Trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires left. Makes a connection. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw again. Oh, they're after him. Another incompletion on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a fourth down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that fourth down.
Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Extending the play. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He just makes it look so easy. Impressive run.
So impressive. Time and time again, he can buy time, make you look silly, and the defense is just kind of like, wait a minute, you got him? I got him? No, well, nobody's got him.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, it's a fumble.
Well, this guy's a backup maybe for a reason, because on his first carry of the game, he puts the ball on the ground. If you don't have ball security, your coaching staff doesn't trust you to get it done.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Still looking, on the move. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He goes down after after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you've got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They'll run the screen. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield and those situations when you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. They'll run it from the gun. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. Dead center perfect. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
That last field goal put them on top, and now this kickoff unit needs to cover well because it only takes 3 to beat you now. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time help force the incompletion.
Pocket breaking down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dances away to buy time. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
It came down to the final quarter.